Welcome to Dr. Seuss Week. This is the Dr. Seuss special. I am Miss Banks, your Dr. Seuss reporter, reporting on Read Across America Week. Today we are going to be reading The Sleep Book by Dr. Seuss. I hope you're all wearing your pajamas.
Dr. Seuss's Sleep Book. The news just came in from the county of Keck that a very small bug by the name of Van Vleck is yawning so wide you could look down his neck. This may not seem very important, I know, but it is, so I'm bothering telling you so. A yawn is quite catching, you see, like a cough. It takes just one yawn to start the other yawns off. Now the news has come in that some friends of Van Vleck's are yawning so wide you can look down their necks. At this moment right now, under 7 more noses, great yawns are in blossom. They're blooming like roses. The yawn of that one little bug is still spreading. According to latest reports, it is heading across wide fields, through the sleepy night air, across the whole country, toward every whichwhere. And people are gradually starting to say, I feel rather drowsy. I've had quite a day. Creatures are starting to think about rest. 2 bifferbomb birds are now building their nest. They do it each night. And quite often I wonder how they do this big job without making a blunder. But that is their problem, not yours and not mine. The point is, they're going to bed, and that's fine. Sleep thoughts are spreading throughout the whole land. The time for night brushing of teeth is at hand. Up at Herkheimer Falls, where the great river rushes and crashes down crags in great gargling gushes, the Herkheimer sisters are using their brushes. Those falls are just grand for toothbrushing beneath if you happen to be up that way with your teeth. The news just came in from the Castle of Krupp that the lights are all out and the drawbridge is up. And the old drawbridge drawer, it just said with a yawn, my drawbridge is drawn, and it's going to say drawn, till the milkman delivers the milk about dawn. I'm going to bed now, so nobody better come round with a special delivery letter. The number of sleepers is steadily growing. Bed is where more and more people are going. In Culpeper Springs, in the Stiltwalkers' Hall, the Stiltwalkers' stilts are all stacked on the wall. The Stiltwalkers' walkers have called it a day. They're all tuckered out and they're snoozing away. This is very big news. It's important to know, and that's why I'm bothering telling you so. Way out in the west in the town of Morehead, the Hinklehorn Honking Club just went to bed. Every horn has been quietly hung on a hook for the night in its own private Hinklehorn nook. Look at them sleeping. See them sleeping in their little nooks? All this long happy day they've been honking about, and the Hinklehorn honkers have honked themselves out. But they'll wake up quite fresh in the morning, and then they'll start right in Hinklehorn honking again. Everywhere creatures are falling asleep. The collapsible Frank just collapsed in a heap. And by adding the Frank to the others before, I'm able to give you the Who's Asleep score. Right now, 40,404 creatures are happily, deeply in slumber. I think you'll agree that's a whopping fine number. Counting up sleepers, just how do we do it? Really quite simple. There's nothing much to it. We'll find out how many. We'll learn the amount by an audio tally-o count. On a mountain halfway between Reno and Rome, we have a machine in a plexiglass dome. See the machine counting? Which listens and looks into everyone's home, and whenever it sees a new sleeper go flop, it jiggles and lets a new bigger ball drop. Our chap counts these balls as they plop in a cup, and that's how we know who is down and who's up. Do you talk in your sleep? It's a wonderful sport, and I have some news of this sport to report. The world champion sleep talkers Joe and Mo Redzoff have just gone to sleep and they're talking their heads off. For 55 years now, each chattering brother has babbled and gabbled all night to the other. They've talked about laws and they've talked about gauze. They've talked about paws and they've talked about flaws. They've talked quite a lot about old Santa Claus, and the reason I'm telling you this is because you should take up this sport. It's just fine for the jaws. Do you walk in your sleep? I just had a report of some interesting news of this popular sport. Near Finnegan Fen, there's a sleepwalking group which not only walks, but it walks a la hoop. Every night they go miles. While they walk to such length, they have to keep eating to keep up their strength. So every so often, one puts down his hoop, starts hooping, and does some quick snooping for soup. That's why they're known as the Hoop Soup Snoop Group. Repeat that after me. Hoop Soup Snoop Group. Sleepwalking, too, are the curious crandles who sleepwalk on heels with assorted size sandals. Candles. The crandles walk nightly in slumbering peace in spite of slight burns from the hot dipping grease. The crandles wear candles because they walk far, and if they wake up, want to see where they are. 99 zillion, 9 trillion and 2 creatures are sleeping. So how about you? Look at all the journeys they're taking. When you put out your light, the number will be 99 zillion, 9 trillion and 3. The end.